people, welcome back to yet another amazing YouTube video. On today's episode, we will be talking about career path and just educate younger generation on what career path to go on. And today I have one of my amazing friends with me, and he will be throwing some lights into this topic, so stay tuned. Hey Soldier, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. Are you ready to talk about career path for the younger generation?
Yeah.
Okay. But before we start, can you introduce yourself to the viewers?
My name is Specialist Bolade Victor. In IT. Well, my formal education, I study microbiology. So I have a bachelor in microbiology. But right now, I've been in IT for the past 8 years. So that's so simple. And I'm in the military too. Does IT?
Obviously. Thank you very much for that. And before we go into today's question, let's just start with something like a teaser. What's your top three store you would go, your go-to store, and why would you go over it? Why would you pick that store?
Yeah, that's a nice question. I wasn't expecting that, but yeah. So for sure, I'll always choose Sam's Club as my number one. And there's another one called Sam's Club. Yes.
Okay.
Then finally, I will throw in maybe Fiesta.
Wow.
Fiesta is one store that is underrated, but they are so good for their incorporating on the diverse ways of the way they list their items, because they have a lot of international food in there.
So we would go into today's topic about the career path, and the first question I'll be asking you today is, can you share a little bit about your career journey and how you discovered your career path?
So it's a little bit of a tricky one, but as someone from an African background, Nigeria to be precise, every of our parents want us to do three things. If you're not a doctor, you must be a lawyer. If you're not a lawyer, you better be an engineer or something in a profession that is well recognized. So in my case too, it was not different. So my parents want me to be a doctor. As a matter of fact, I have a bachelor in microbiology. But you have to go with trend, you have to go with what you love, you have to go with what you will do and you'll be happy with. I spent some time in the lab, and it was, I respect people that work there, but it was, everything has to be quiet, everything has to be neat, everything has to be done in some certain way. If not, all your readings will not be accurate, everything must be precise. And I'm like, I can do this. I'm trained for it, but it's not really me. Yes. So I had to start looking at IT certification, I had to start taking up job in IT, and I, over the years, built myself up in that department. So
Oh wow, what an interesting journey. Thank you very much for sharing. And I can relate with the one you said about how African parents want you to be either a doctor, lawyer, or engineer. There was a trend at some point that said it's either you're a doctor, you're a lawyer, engineer, or you're a disgrace to the family.
Yes.
So other options do not count.
Other options doesn't count.
Alright, so my second question for you today would be, how can young people identify their passions and align them with a viable career?
So that is a very interesting question that most parents, no matter where you are in the world, most parents, they don't put into consideration. Yes, as a parent or as a guardian, you still have to guide the kids towards what they need to be. But at the same time, those kids need to be able to enjoy what they are doing. For example, there are some people now in this age that are making millions off of just doing crazy little stuff on YouTube. They love doing it. There are some that are streamers. They love doing it. And there are some IT people too that they are creating the next generation app, next generation everything that we use, and they are making money off of it. But when we limit what kids can be or can achieve, it's really, really bad. So I think the main thing I would always tell is lead them to the right path, give them options. Watch as they are developing so that they can align with the one that really suits them.
Wow, that was very insightful. Thank you very much for that. The third question I will be asking you is, what steps would you recommend to young people who are unsure of what career to pursue?
Thank you. So, for the steps to follow is, we can say it can be a dicey situation when you want to choose a career, but also it's not that hard. If you're good in sports, as someone from African background, I believe so much in having option 1 and option 2. If you're good in sport, you might go to school with a sporting scholarship, be playing that sport with the hope of, okay, I'm a good professional, but that should not stop you from having maybe an accounting major, maybe a major in nursing, maybe a major in something else. That would be your second option. Because what if you don't go professional, then what? What will you fall back on? You don't want to be a liability in the society, on yourself, on your parents. So to choose a career, I believe, or the way kids should do it is follow your passion. That will follow your passion and your ability. That will really put you through to what you're gonna do. Example, if you know you're good in blood, you know you're good seeing blood, or fine, you already have a passion for it. You know you're good in treating people. You care about people so much. You already have a passion for it, which means if you're in that medical class and they're telling you, oh, someone is dying, you already have the passion to jump in, resuscitate that person. You already have a passion for it. So that once you align with that passion, when you are doing that job, you will enjoy it. So as a parent, you have to give those kids a lot of options. Put them in that dancing school, put them in that sporting school, take them to that STEM class, put them in the coding class. So when they now figure out which one they really enjoy doing, the sky is going to be the limit.
Thank you very much. So if I understand what you said, for people who are unsure of what path to take, they should be open-minded. You know, do what you love. So
Start
you know
with
how
what you love.
start what you love. So you know how a lot of parents and guardians, they have issues with their children trying to do what they love, because they feel like what they love might be something temporary, like it might not be something permanent, like it's something temporary. The world evolves, things change, like even software, like technology changes. When you try to do something that it doesn't have a future, but that's something you have passion for, what would you say about something like that?
So it's a very good example for someone that I know someone that have a passion for environmental, and another one have a passion for library.
Interesting.
So yes, they do have a passion for it. Yes, they're supposed to go with what they love, but at the same time, it is critical. It doesn't make any sense to take a student loan of $40,000, then you study library, that you only making $20,000 a year. So that can be your second option to fall back on, and you can even do that as your as your hobby. Because I've seen people that love gaming, but they still work as maybe they are still an engineer. They develop game during the day, or they work for maybe building engineer, construction engineer. But when they get back home, they play game professionally and they still make money from that game too. So you can still follow that passion, but it don't mean you have to do that passion if it's not going to be able to live up to that expectation of giving you a fulfilled life. It can be your second option. You don't have to drop it, but it can be your second option.
So what you're saying is, like, for people who have passion for things that might not be very feasible, that will not maybe provide a lot of money, it's unwise to take students for that. What's your take on still going to school for something you already have passion for. There's some hands-on training that maybe you're just watching other people do it or watching some YouTube videos. You kind of already have an idea of what these things are, and they don't necessarily need you to have a degree for it. You can get a certification.
There's one thing about education. Education will always open that door for you. But your experience and your know-how is what will keep you in that profession or what you're doing or what you're doing. So yes, I might not advise to take a loan and go for school for something probably you already know how to do or you have passion for and you know it's not sustainable like that. But at the same time, you still need to go to school because, example, for my profession, I study microbiology. If I'm filling those applications, I still go to I have a bachelor degree. Then I support my bachelor degree with a lot of IT certification. So now they know, okay, he's coming with, he has all these certification and he has a bachelor degree. So it's way different from someone that's coming in high school diploma. That person has not committed to nothing. Because it's basically what you're telling them is, you can't stay focused on doing something for up to 2, 3, 4 years and finish. You can only concentrate for like maybe 6 months certification or something. So those degrees will open the door for you, but you can also do with certification. There's so many people that have IT certification and they are making 6 figures. There's so many people that have just construction certification and they are making a lot of money. So, but once you have that degree, it puts you in even your thinking faculty is more developed, you do things and more professional. So those schools will open the door for you. Your certification might keep you there.
Thank you very much for that. The last question I'll be asking you today is, if you could turn back the time, what advice would you give your younger self regarding career choices and education?
Regarding career choice, the advice I would give to my younger self is, Victor, go into this world is evolving fast, you need to evolve with it. IT wise, do everything you can lay your hands on, from coding to cloud to everything. Start them up. And if I had done that, I know I should be at the very, very top of my profession by now, because I have 8 years in this. But I'm still learning every day. I'm still racking up those certificates, not relenting. But if I'm to tell my younger self, yes, I would say, don't stop. Just keep on getting those certifications, keep on going to those schools. Don't take a break.
Wow, thank you very much. So no regrets.
No regrets. You just have to keep on pushing it, keep on doing those certifications.
Nice. Thank you very much for honoring my invite, and I hope when next I ask you to be a part of this channel, you wouldn't say no to me. Thank you very much, guys, for today's video. I hope you're able to learn one lesson or more in this video. Thank you.